This has been really helpful. Like, you really like got me. I'm like, all right, I'm pumped now. Like, I'm ready to do this. Like, I'm ready to go. I'm just like, okay, now I know for sure. Like, I'm in the right path. Like, good. I'm not crazy. It's what I think that's what it's supposed to be doing.
So what are your thoughts there in regards to some questions you may have or some blocks you may have in regards to kind of pursuing some of these things?
I mean, some of it is like, you won't make anything besides like the wedding videos, like wedding videography. But
you mean that's a limiting belief that you think wedding videos are the only area right now to generate money with?
Not me. Other people who have like given me advice, they're just like, oh yeah, there's no money in, marketing videos or like whatever. It's just because they don't know.
I'm not going to
but,
get into who's giving you that advice, but
so
I mean, much love to whoever it may be. But, the reality is, if there's one thing I've learned through my career is we cannot I remember Tim Ferriss actually back in the day when I did a thing for him. He says, if you want to be a New York Times bestselling author, learn from one. Not one who either has nothing to do with it or one who's just read blog posts on it, but one who's done it. And I think we can tend to get advice from people. My one buddy, he was a wedding videographer, started when he was 13, and his family was all very doctors, lawyers, all that kind of stuff, and the whole family. And when he graduated high school, he didn't go to college, and his parents got obliterated. You got to send him to college if he doesn't go, like blah, blah, blah. And about 3.5 years in, one of the specific relatives came up to him and the family and apologized because my buddy was generating more money as a wedding videographer than that person was as like a lawyer. My buddy was doing like $300,000 to $500,000 a year, shooting weddings and doing photography. And that particular person wasn't doing as well. I mean, you still can make, $200,000 is not bad money, of course. But, for him to be doing that as a creative when they my biggest pain is going to a high school or going to somebody and having somebody come up to me that says their parents or their friends or whoever told them, one girl specifically was with her like boyfriend's friends, and they said, so what do you want to do? And she said, I want to be a photographer. And they said, that's nice. So what do you really want to do? And it just...
Exactly.
I quite frankly don't care who they are, but I want to punch them in the face. It's just like that drives me insane, because to dream squash people drives me crazy, because people are not necessarily ill-intended, but they don't know any different or they don't know any better. And there's so much opportunity out there in the creative arts and digital and marketing and video. Quite frankly, a lot more than there are in whatever random things that people that are in their 40s, 50s, 60s and beyond may even realize. I think there's plenty of people at all those ages who get it, but other ones who have still, not updated their operating system quite yet. So,
right.
But so of course there's a lot out there. So you're going to have to do your best, no matter what loved ones or friends or family that may be that's putting that on you. To one, I hate to say this, but what I have learned is that certain people that I still love and care about, and I know loves and cares about me, I just can't have those certain conversations with them at all. I just don't even bring it up.
Really?
Just no conversation about it. It's a losing battle. And then you're in a conversation that you can't win. And then the more you're fed negative things, then the more your brain starts to believe those negative beliefs and those negative things. And then you start to question yourself, you have self-doubt, and then you may not go for the things. And I actually just go ahead.
I was gonna say, that's exactly where I'm at right now. Because there's so many, I think, where do you live on West Coast?
I'm in the Midwest. I'm in Illinois.
Midwest. Okay. So I'm near DC. So it's I think in this area, it's very videography prone, but wedding videography prone.
Okay, sure.
But it's just that other side, like you were saying, people give you negative comments, it's oh, what do you really want to do? Because job titles here is just such a huge thing.
Yeah.
Just who cares? If it makes money, go for it.
Yeah, and it's hard, and I get it. And depending on who it is, it hurts a lot more than others. But I just, if there's anything I've learned through the years, I'm a master encourager. So my goal is to encourage you out of whoever is discouraging and dig out of that ditch. Yeah.
And I was going to mention the other 2 videos that I did for BBG. It was also a interview kind of video, but I did something different for the second video that I've never done.
Okay.
But I was wondering if I like overcharged, or maybe I'm like okay with what the price was. But 2 of the videos, it was basically $1,000 each. So I got 2,000 within 2 weeks. I don't know if that's like, if I overcharged based on my experience or not.
You know, if people are able to get things, I don't think that there's any level of, there's so much context I don't have, but I can't tell you over or undercharged. I mean, again, with me, depending on who you talk to me, everything's contextual, because what I've found is that you get paid sometimes in direct proportion to the problems you're solving. The problem is that you can solve the same problem for 2 people. I'm going to give you an SEO scenario. So you can have a guy who has an SEO business, a search engine optimization business, and he charges $500 a month for clients. Then you can have another SEO company that charges $5,000 a month for clients. Both of them, you're going to solve the problem of getting them more clients that are going to do SEO work with them. But to do the one company, you solve the problem, 1 client's worth $500. The other clients, you solve the problem that you get them 1 client's worth $5,000. So if you get the one person 10 clients, you made them $5,000. You get the other person 10 clients, you made them $50,000, right? For just a month. So you're solving the same problem. You're going to be making them a video, but one really isn't going to probably have the capacity to pay you maybe $3,000 to $5,000. They'll see the value in paying you to get a video made if they charge $500 a month, because maybe that person makes $80,000 a year. So to pay you $25,000 for a video would be ludicrous, because it would be not almost a third of their revenue, And so the other company, again, they may see the value in paying $10,000, $20,000, $30,000, because maybe they do $5 million a year in revenue. They're both SEO companies. You're making them both videos. They both have monthly subscriptions. You're solving the problem of getting them a client, but one's worth far more than the other. And so now at times we can have companies that are worth a ton of money and the clients are worth a ton, and they just don't see the value and they don't want to pay for it. That is what it is. But on the flip side, I always use, I don't have the water bottle right now, but that water bottle scenario where, it's just a capacity thing. A water bottle put under the sink for 8 hours isn't going to hold any more water than the water bottle can hold.
Right.
I take that for granted. So, we can't, if a bride's budget's $10,000 for her whole wedding, the likelihood you find a bride whose whole budget's $10,000 to pay you $10,000 to do a video is highly unlikely. You might find 1 out of 1,000, but wouldn't you rather charge 1,000 and be able to book 30 than you would only be able to book 1? And you would need to get to 1,000 brides too to potentially find that unicorn who's like, yeah, I don't care about anything but this wedding videographer. But I have friends who do $1 million budget weddings, and the irony is they still only get $10,000 or $10,000 or $20,000. So where's the other $980,000 or $90,000 going when they get $10,000 out of $1 million? So it's just relative. So whether you under or overcharge, there's a lot into that. But I would say if they were happy and you were happy and it all worked out, more than likely, the value's there. If you're able to start, and that's the thing for you right now, it's great for you in your first year to build a business where, quite frankly, if you're doing $4,000 to $6,000 projects a month, it sounds like from your current situation, that might not be a bad deal for you.
Yeah, that would be great.
That's $4,000 to $6,000 a month.
Yeah, I'm used to $2,000 a month, so based on my previous job.
That's what you want or need to make.
That's I'd be happy with it.
Yeah. So when you break that down, you just happen to get, which was a side project, side hustle. You just got $2,000 for a project, and so now it's just a matter of how do you consistently do that? Because right now it's kind of this unicorn. Oh my God, I happened to get 2 projects for $1,000. I made $2,000, but I might not get another 2 projects for 6 months. So what do I do? And so, but that's the cool thing, because when you start thinking about charging $500 to $2,000 for projects right now, it's not going to take, you don't need that many. You need, at $500, you need 4 people to get to 2,000. 2,000, you need 1. At 1,000, you need 2. So you're not going to need a ton of people. And I bet you within your network and your connections and your relationships that you probably already have, or some of the things you already did, you can start to create some more opportunity for yourself.
I do have connections with people in the wedding industry. My dad's business he's actually a DJ business. So yeah, that's why I'm like, I feel like it's a no-brainer to go into videography, but at the same time, I don't know if I like it.
Yeah, I get it. I get it though. Yeah.
You really like got me. I'm like, all right, I'm pumped now. Like, I'm ready to do this wedding. Like, I'm ready to go.
Good. I mean, you got a great spirit about you. I mean, there's no reason that you won't succeed in this as long as you don't let people tear you down.
Right.
You know, because that, I mean, and I get emotional thinking about that because my biggest thing is people tearing people down. Like I've had a lot of support, but I've also had a lot of pain from why I'm doing this now. And I finally came to the, like, I have to do this because I feel like a lot of people who give advice, they're not ill-intended. I have learned that. They're wanting to help.
Yeah.
But they can tend to be not helpful.
Yes.
Because they don't seek to understand the person they're helping. And a lot of it's, hey, here's what I'd do if I were you. And the thing is, but you're not me. You don't know me. And I just told you, I mean, there's some even recently where I'm like, do you even hear me? Like, I just told you what I love and you're totally telling me to do something else and whatever. And it's like, I just find that in life we'll succeed at the things that we're excited about. If we're doing it because a friend, a family member, or somebody else is telling us to do it, we're now doing it in spite. Like we are doing that thing because they've told us we've got to do it. It doesn't end well. It just doesn't end well. And we'll tend to be on that cycle in my life. And I've seen others, you get on that stop-start cycle. You start something, you stop something. You start something, you stop something. And we can tend to actually know, well, we started in the beginning probably to have some intuition around what we want, but we were either told some people and they squashed it. They didn't tell us that's probably possible. So you start to question it. You start doing other things. But you get back to that root of that thing that you know in your heart. Like right now, I can feel with you like it's video and it's editing and it's shooting. And if you're on jobs that are not connected to that and you're more thinking, that's what the message I saw here. I'm sitting here at this job more thinking about video than I am the job I have. Well, if you are able to channel that energy into that for someone, you and them are going to win way more than if you're just seeking out jobs or opportunities that are daydreaming up like, I wish I was doing this, then it's just kind of those 40 to 60 hours a week are just kind of wasted, especially when you know in your heart a little bit what excites you. And then you've already got some work, you have the foundation. So now those connections and then exploring that wedding and exploring a few things and then being able to just have those simple little, with people you trust, because that's who you'll feel safe with right now, people you trust and feel safe with, having those conversations and offering up the ability to create some more videos and some more content and start to experiment and learn. And don't worry about what everybody else is doing and what everybody else's stuff looks like, because you're going to get better. I mean, you're going to grow, you're going to learn, and where you are today, skill set wise, will be far different than where you are 8 months from now. So,
oh my gosh. So I'm going to give you a little backstory, so I first liked getting into video when I was in about 8th grade, and I got inspired by this girl on YouTube, and she made this really basic music video.
Sure.
And so I decided to create my own music videos. I didn't want to be in them, but I was just in them so I could edit them. Sure. So I loved editing at first.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, wow, I never thought I liked shooting. So now I'm like, this is actually more fun than editing.
Interesting.
So
yeah.
It's just crazy. And
it's a fantastic, it's a journey. It's an evolution, right?
Yeah.
And it's exciting because I think that there's so much potential for people, and sometimes they just need a little personal, encouragement and help and just a few tweaks, because a lot of times we have all the right ingredients, but I've used this before, but if you have a cup and you put, a ton of sand in and then you try to get rocks in,
right,
it's not going to work. But if you put the rocks in, pour the sand around it, you're good. So it's the same ingredients, like you're making food, you put too much salt, too much this, it's the same ingredients, but too much or too little of something and it doesn't work. It doesn't taste well. And I think sometimes that's where somebody like yourself, there's just that subtle bit of a tweak that you can make. And now we talk about clarity, confidence, connection. If you can clear off that windshield, you'll drive your car a lot faster, better maneuvering, than if it's foggy, you're going to slow down. You're not going to be afraid you're going to hit something if you can't see where you're going.
Exactly.
And sometimes we're a little foggy and it prevents us from moving too fast or trying because we're afraid of making mistakes. We're like walking on eggshells. And if you just release a little bit of that, it's off for the races. So.
Right.
Yeah. So.
Thank you. Cool. Yes. This has been really helpful. Like, I'm just like, okay, now I know for sure, like I'm in the right path. Like good. I'm not crazy. It's what I think that's what it's supposed to be doing.
Yeah. And you'll change and you'll evolve over time, but where you're at today, with that. That's the thing. I'm at where we at today, not where we might be 10 years from now, but where we at today.
Question, because I'm like, I don't know. Like, I could be a director of marketing. I could be owning my own business. Like, who knows?
Yeah. But that shooting and editing, that's where I'm seeing you're super excited about, and just lean more into that. Keep experimenting, and really cool things are going to happen for you. So.
Yeah. Thank you.